What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasser from iGeometry, where we discuss software engineering by example. And this is our long-form tutorial where we learn a programming language by example. And this series is called JavaScript by Example. And this particular series is level 2 of JavaScript by Example. So we did around 11 episodes on JavaScript by Example level 1, where we built a calculator from scratch. It was particularly designed for those who don't know JavaScript at all. They want to learn JavaScript, okay? And then instead of just learning, hey, this is how you declare a variable. Hey, this is how you make a function. Hey, this is how you do, I don't know, a loop, right? I don't teach this way. I teach by actually doing something. Okay, have a goal in mind always. Okay, my goal is to build something. I'm gonna learn in the process. And in my entire 20-year programming career, I always learn this way. When I learn something, build something. That's it. This is level 2 of JavaScript by example. In this series, we will build a game. And this game is very popular, especially in the 80s, right? And then early 90s. We used to play in Atari back in the 90s. And it's called Space Invader. A lot of you might heard of it. Okay, so in order to do that, this is episode 0. So this is design episode. Probably we're not going to do any code, but we'll just collect requirements, right? We're going to build a game like this. I'm not going to copy it entirely, but I'm going to take ideas and then collect requirements, and then you're going to see the kind of requirements. I'm going to create issues, and then we're going to tackle these features as we go, kind of like a scrum process, if you will. Okay, Space Invader. So this game, all right, it is very popular, where you basically kill aliens, I think, right? And you're a spaceship, right? So let's jump into the video, guys, and collect requirements, how this thing works. Okay, and then we'll just start designing this. So this is episode 0, right? And then in the next episode 1, we'll start coding. Okay, guys, let's see how this works. When we first load, we have, I guess this is Tiato. This is the name of the player. That's the score, maybe? What is this 5,000? I'm not sure what's that. Score 2, and there's a score 1. Maybe this is like a 2-player game, okay? We're not gonna do a 2-player. Maybe level 3, we're gonna do a 2-player and multiplayer where 2 people can play. But there's a score, right? That's one requirement. Keep score, okay? And it's 0 by default. And there is a player. And then if you go here, there is lives. How many lives do you have? That's interesting. Okay, so you can play up to 3 times. Okay, you already used 1. I don't know why it says 2 and here 3. Credit, I think we don't need that. That's like when you put a coin or a quarter in order to play. All right, let's just jump into the, let's say, okay, 0. All right, what do we have here? We have, where are we? There we go. There we are. Okay, so there is the spaceship. I hope you can see the mouse. I think you can see it. So there's the spaceship. Okay, and this is where we will be able to move right and left. Okay, so we need to somehow draw this in JavaScript and interact with the keyboard, obviously, right? And this is a fleet of aliens, right? It's a group of aliens. And if you notice, they all move almost together, right? They all move to the right together, okay? And then they step down, then they move to the left. It's like almost a zigzag process, okay? And then you can shoot them, obviously, and then you have one shot, right? And see the animation when you do the shot. There's a lot of requirements going on here, okay? So there's obviously, you make a sound when you shoot, right? There's, when you shoot that, there's one shot. You have one shot. You cannot do 2 shots per, like, a cycle, right? You can only shoot once, right? And then once the shot hits the target, you consume that shot. And you can reuse it again, so you can hit. Maybe you can use a space bar to shoot. Okay, what else? There is these guys, which acts like a barrier if you hit them. Either from, if they hit you, they hit the barrier, and they start getting consumed as a result. Okay, and then you will consume from the below until you basically create a hole in them. Okay, so that's another thing. There are colors. I don't know if the colors mean something. I think they do. Some power. Okay. So if you what happens if you shoot and you don't hit anything? That is interesting thing. There's this special disc, right? And that special disc is essentially, I think it gives you like 300 credit or whatever score if you manage to hit it. Yeah, you got 300. All right. So it makes a special sound, and then yeah, and those aliens also shoot at you. Each alien. I don't see. Do you see two aliens shooting at once? Yeah, I think so. There might be some parallel shooting going on. All right. This one is blinking. I don't know what's the difference. Yes, blinking means, I don't know, 500. So it's like faster, maybe? Okay. And the alien fleet, the entire fleet, is moving closer and closer to you as you go. Have you noticed they are getting faster for some reason? And they're getting faster. Is it because you're getting closer to you, or the fleet is getting smaller? Yes, I think that's why. So as he start hitting all these aliens, you need to increase the speed of there you go. It's faster. And they also animate with each movement. And I see only two movements, up and down, up and down. I don't see another movement, up and down, up and down. So obviously it's good faster. All right. Okay, it's getting faster as okay. And if you're left with one, this is the maximum speed. There you go, and this guy won. Okay, I think we have enough, so we can get started. All right, let's break this down, guys. So the first thing we need to implement is this guy, right? We need to implement the spaceship. So the spaceship will be probably its own episode. We're gonna learn about drawing canvases, functions maybe. So introducing you to the world of new modern JavaScript. We need to implement aliens, guys, right? So all kind of different aliens. Then one alien. Once we're able to implement one alien, we'll be able to replicate them and implement a fleet of alien, which is the next thing we need to do. We need to obviously animate the spaceship by using the keyboard. So if I go left arrow, I can turn it left, right, turn it right, and then we have to implement the boundaries. You don't have to go all the way right, left, right, and then we need to implement slowly the fleet. We need to move that fleet, and before we even move the fleet, we need to animate the individual alien. Remember, they were just blinking. They were just kind of animating. So that's the first thing. The second thing, we need to animate the entire fleet going left. If they hit the boundary, then they go down a little bit, and then just go right, and so on. So that's the animation. Obviously, bullets. We need to implement bullets from the spaceship. Shooting stuff. Just shooting. We don't want to implement immediately collision. Like, oh, if I hit something, then do something with that. Then we're gonna implement the alien shooting at us. Finally, we're gonna implement collision. That means if the bullet hits any of those aliens, right, then explode that alien and then just remove it from the map, right, or just remove it from that fleet essentially, while keeping that position reserved somehow. So it's like a little interesting because remember, like it creates kind of gaps, and then it will just like the entire fleet keeps moving. Scoring, obviously, we haven't implemented scoring, and then we're gonna implement those final boulders. And for a bonus, we're gonna implement this guy, the sorcerer. Implement flying sorcerer. Hope you guys gonna enjoy this series. I'm excited, right? I'll try not to make it boring. All right. So the moment like started talking about it, was gonna make it fun. We need to make it fun. That's the most important thing. So we're gonna have fun doing it. All right, and then we're gonna start with episode number one, implementing the spaceship. All right, it's gonna be amazing. See you in the next one, guys. Stay awesome.